end up settling for 17 agility or something just so they can play the game. That's a better problem to have than the other outcomes, I feel. Well, there you go. See, that's what you bring up a valid point. You know, you could have random rolls and you could accept them, and you don't even think about these secondary stats, or tertiary stats for your class. You know, so you'd never. I don't think players really fully realized what they were accepting when they hit the accept button. And I think if you take that away, then I think you're taking away a little bit too much, like the soul of your character a little bit. So, yeah, exactly. Even with auto rollers, if you got it to work, you know, I could never get auto rollers to work. Of course, you know, when I did get it to work, it was a different story, but the earlier versions, you know, I'd have it going, a roll would pop up, I'm like, yes, take it, and then it would either skip the roll or skip the roll and accept the next roll. It pissed me off so much. Yeah. Well, that's why people started sharing accounts, right? So like, hey, I gotta go to work. Can you keep rolling this character for me? Like, he's gonna be badass. Don't accept anything less than 18 agility. And then they accept 17, like yours truly did once. But yeah, I don't know. It's its own experience. I don't want to take that away from people. Maybe make it a little easier, but I would rather keep it. And you know, and ultimately, when you look at, there's so many other things here, like all the logs that we've seen so far primarily have characters that don't have great stats, to be honest. I think there's maybe one or two, and that those are from the newer age kind of snurdy auto roll characters. You know, so it's like, I don't know, having having a terrible character builds character. Just put it that way. But there were still really high level characters with almost, you know, with definitely max realm titles, but high level realm titles that had shitty stats. You know, so it doesn't make or break the experience. If someone developed an auto roller, would you ban it? That's a good question. I mean, it's possible that no matter how I kind of say it now, that we have a built-in auto roller, for example. Like, that could be a thing, and I just haven't been made aware of it yet. But there's always a possibility that pros would opt for that, and that's fine. But that's a good question. We haven't really deemed it a terrible thing yet, but in theory, I would say that if I was against it, then yeah, I'd probably go ahead and try to make some attempt to block it, but technically speaking, that's not always the easiest thing to do. Yeah, that's come up before. We might opt for a simple auto roller, just so that it's not like 1,000 rolls per minute or anything, but it at least rolls for you. I think that's better. But another extreme would be to have a simulated dice rolling, where like you click a button and it rolls like a 20-sided die. You know, like you're playing tabletop, and then you only have like 10 rolls or something, and so it'll keep all 10 rolls, and like 10 rolls, and you have to pick the six best ones, and then you could pick which one is which. That's another choice, which is basically the same thing. Yeah, I think I got I think I got Shags' roller to work, and then once that kicked in, you were able to open like 8 different clients and roll like, I don't know, 100 rolls a second or something. I can't remember. Something ridiculous. The computers weren't that great by then. Yeah, we'll play around with it. You know, rolling systems aren't, you know, a dime a dozen. So I'll see what we have to do to make one, and then it should be pretty straightforward. I'm sure it's fairly simple, but I don't want to pile on the jobs for Mike too much. So we'll see. Or how about like you guys have to videotape yourselves rolling a 20-sided die, and then you have to send the video to us, and then that's how we roll. We'll just build your character for you. How about that? You find a hidden rusty manhole. It is connected to a hidden rusty man. I don't know, that little thing right there appeared very, I don't know, gratuitous. Oh, that's right. I think that's the gay bar. Right. Gotcha. That's a that's a great name for a bar. Ooh, very used. Is the client going to look the same, or will we be updating it? Well, considering you know, we're not quite sure exactly how much we need to change, but I'll do my best to kind of make sure that it looks, you know, brand new, but as similar to the old as possible, just kind of like we do our character portraits. So you'll see pretty much the same thing. It'll just be different art assets, I suppose, in place of what you see now. So you know, and we're hoping, like, that in the back of our minds, we're kind of hoping that, you know, and we're kind of wishing that we didn't have to do that, but we're basically 50-50 at this point in making sure that everything does get replaced. So we want it, you know, I want it, I think most of us want it to look as authentic as possible, but I guess on the contrary, that, you know, Jennifer's work for Syrah made it no less desirable to play, so I guess look isn't too terribly important, but yeah, we want to make it look similar.
You so fine walking by, then you caught my eye. Tryna ride by your side and spend the night. But I'm caught in the zone, so take me home. But when we done having fun, then I'm racing home. 'Cause one night only, you can call me boo, 'cause I'm close to the morning. One night only, one night only, 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 only. You so fine walking by.
Awesome, Johnny D. Really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time. Have a great night. Have a great start to your week. And with that, if anybody else is still out there listening, we'll go ahead and call it a night. It's been a fun evening. Check out the video of the day for the interview with Vassi. It lasted about an hour and about 25, almost an hour and a half, so quite some good content there to listen to. I feel that next week we should probably have a couple of streams going for you. I'm anticipating some more portraits, character portraits, and excuse me, sorry. Aside from that, I think that I'm probably gonna start doing a little night of streaming where we're actually playing the, you know, a full-fledged game, if you will. So I might do some announcements there, and pick some games for all of us to play together, like, you know, Smite or something like that, just for fun. We'll all hang out on Skype and just have a good time. So we'll have a good stream for updates, possibly another interview if another one comes up, and then a fun night of just gaming with the group. Hey, Bower Digital, thanks for stopping by.